colleges expect that application knowledge to already be there. So things like the intranet and Moodle that lots of students will never have even heard of or come across. And you're expected to use that to download resources or rewatch your lectures, but actually they've never heard of that stuff, so they don't access that stuff. And then you go into the workplace, and the workplace thinks you know all this stuff, the theory and the application, and then there's a massive skills gap there, and I think that's a problem for us, a really big problem.
It was all quite expected that you'd either done similar in school and you already knew how to use it, what to do. There wasn't an introduction or kind of brief explanation of how
I'm sure you had to log in. That's it.
With an apprenticeship, we're using an online system. When you submit your work through the ePortfolio, they can then put comments on it through that, so it's all kind of in one place. At first I was like, I hate it, because I was so used to paper versions. And then we've had a few other apprentices start, and I was like, said to my tutors that you need to train them on it, because I didn't get my head around it for like 8 months.
Before we never really used to use Google Docs or Chrome really, but now it's become like the main fundamental thing that we use. So it's a lot easier for us because we don't really have to bring anything but a notebook, and all of your work is stored and you don't have to save it, and then when you go home it's already there right where you left off and you can just continue with your work.
It's like Google Community and Docs. You don't have to worry about backing it up, about losing it. It's all virtual, it's stored, it saves while you write. It's Google that at the moment that I don't think I can live without it, not in my educational sense anyway.
As mature students, we've got a lot of other things going on, so any use of that technology that makes it easier is really sort of thumbs up from our point of view.
We use something called CityBit, but a lot of the teachers don't actually know how to use it. The students, they had to actually be introduced by the union on how to do it, because teachers are not actually, don't really want to use it. Because we can't use Facebook and the email way not work for some students, we've actually used that VLE to actually create a better communication system among students. So those students can actually communicate with one another and send files and do it that way. So we've just improved that communication system on that VLE. It's getting a lot better.
I've actually been helping the other students in the class who've got very little or no knowledge of Excel at all. And at some points I feel like I know more about Excel than the tutor does.
The stuff that they've got already could definitely be used a lot more fully, whether it's just like a bit more training for the teachers to know what to do.
I think there's a lot of potential in the system we have already, that it would really just a little bit of a push and a little bit of kind of a support from the students as well. It's definitely needed.